What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the effortlessly entertaining Dr. Disaster, and the game journalists are already starting to lose their minds because the Stellar Blade demo for PC already has mods for it, and they are about as raunchy as everyone expected.
Here comes the boom!
Here's some of the articles talking about this extremely predictable phenomenon with overtly judgmental tones, as if it's news that lots of gamers are straight men. Insider Gaming's headline says, Stellar Blade mods surface on Nexus, and they're as lewd as you can imagine. This article from Vice says Stellar Blade already has adult mods on PC, despite the demo releasing days ago. And then this one is from Games Radar. Stellar Blade already has mods thanks to its Steam demo, and you simply won't believe this, the top 3 are all nude mods. And let's be honest, the real reason these game journalists don't care for these mods is because these days the industry is chock full of jealous women. The sort who, when you look at them, you go,
"It's so ugly, you could almost feel sorry for it."
As evidence of what I'm talking about, tell me, where was this same level of judgmental attitude toward Baldur's Gate 3? In that game, Astarion is nude all the time, and you don't even need a mod. This article is from a couple years ago on the website thegamer.com. Baldur's Gate 3 players upset at the lack of willy physics. Clearly, they don't have a problem with nudity in this game. But here's what they wrote, this same outlet, what they wrote about Stellar Blade just a day ago. It's taken less than 72 hours for Stellar Blade's demo to get bombarded with raunchy mods. And in this article, they whine about gamers who like attractive females. And don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on Baldur's Gate here. I don't have a problem with Astarion. I just don't care for the double standard.
It's about what's fair!
Meanwhile, the studio that they're being all judgy about, Shift Up, is expanding big time. As we talked about the other day, Stellar Blade is getting a sequel, they expanded their 3D scanner, they're hiring a bunch of people, and look at this here. Shift Up has a new game coming out being referred to as Project Spirits, and look at the artwork from it. This is a studio that has learned the truth. Games that appeal to straight males will make a shitload of money, but game journalists refuse to understand that every day the truth about them becomes more and more apparent.
All you care about is being an online activist.
No, they're on to me!
Alright me hearties, make sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. We've had a ton of people doing that lately because it is already time to ask the following question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
We are now sitting at 134,000 space pirate a-holes in this crew of ours, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you folks suggested the Pride of the Skies from the old cartoon Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. If any of you have recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section and I will add them to my long list. Super chats get bumped to the top of that list with the other super chats, and also, for your reference, I added a list of ships already in the fleet to the description of this video. But in any case, thanks for being here, it means a lot.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
Anyhow, let's talk about this reception to Stellar Blade. There's quite a difference between how journalists and actual gamers receive this game. First of all, it is worth pointing out that despite the dreaded addition of De Nouveau to Stellar Blade, which chases a lot of gamers off, the game is still sitting pretty high on Steam as the third best seller, despite being over a week removed from the game's release. It is also the number 11 most wishlisted game on the platform right now, and if you look at the demo for the game, they managed to hit a peak concurrent player count of over 26,000 this past weekend, despite the fact that it's maybe an hour long, and the reviews on the demo are at over 91%. Gamers love the hell out of Stellar Blade, though for game journalists there is a long and documented contentious relationship with the game because it bucks the trend of the ugly female character. They are much more comfortable with that hideous thing from the Fable reboot. As an example, the feminist activists who have infiltrated the industry don't feel threatened by a character that looks like this, because let's face it, the solidarity that feminists talk about all the time is something for which they only pay lip service. In reality, they get pissy pants whenever there's another woman around that attracts male attention away from them. I'm convinced this is why they tell each other to get those boy haircuts with half their head shaved off. It's a means of sabotaging each other so that the competition doesn't look as good. But let's look at this article from The Gamer, where they heap judgment on people modding this game and people who appreciate attractive female characters. This was actually written by an obvious male feminist, which should tell you an awful lot about his motivations, and as we read this, keep in mind that this was a headline from the same outlet 2 years ago talking about Baldur's Gate, a game that was as raunchy as it gets, and you didn't even need mods for it to be that way. Stellar Blade is actually a pretty good game at its core, full of fast-paced action and an interesting world, but it shall always and forever be known as the game for the terminally down bad gamer, thanks to the scantily clad main character Eve. The judgment is practically dripping off the screen as you read this, but once again, I will point out that at least in Stellar Blade, you need mods in order for the character to be in the buff. But that doesn't matter. We all know the attitude of male feminists and game journalists toward attractive female characters. There are a wide variety of costumes you can wear to show off her assets, and some are about as raunchy as you can get on PlayStation without having her run around in the buff. Stellar Blade's PC release is another matter entirely though, as while all the official content walks the not suitable for work tightrope, the same can't be said for the many raunchy mods that we all expected would be made once the game finally made its way onto Steam. That will happen later this month, on June 11th, but thanks to the recent release of the Stellar Blade demo, the raunchy mod floodgates have been officially opened. At the time of writing, there are currently 33 mods for Stellar Blade on the website Nexus Mods, most of them placed firmly in the adult category. You have your tame stuff, such as catsuits for Eve, and mods that make her rear and chest comically large, but then you have some mods that are a lot harder to explain if someone catches you downloading them. And once again, you can hear the judgment there. And yet these same people are perfectly fine with talking about willy physics for Asterion. And let me say this, if you are a single dude, and you're a straight male, and you're playing Stellar Blade on PC, and you don't mod the game to make Eve look more attractive, that would be unusual to me. As evidence of this, look at the success that Shift Up has seen with Stellar Blade and Nikki. Attractive female characters sell, whether these game journalist shitheads want to admit it or not. There is a massive market for it, which is why we see this post here, talking about the work being done on the Project Spirits game from the company. This is a company who has learned that this right here is a way to make money. And if you are someone out there that this offends, if you are someone that doesn't like this, you're just going to have to deal with it, because that isn't going to change anytime soon. You can mock straight males for this, you can try to shame them, but you will not be able to overcome thousands of years of biological programming simply because of your fifis, and your ass is in the minority anyway. Look at how games like Stellar Blade sell versus ugly crap like Concord or Dustborn. There is simply no comparison. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of these tone-policing, woke scolds in games journalism. Drop that mockery of them into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.